My wife and I have been married 3 years and have a 2-year-old son with a very recent pregnancy, 10 weeks, for our next baby. We both work from home and have been locked down for the past year almost. So living and seeing each other every day, none of which I am complaining about. I actually love being with the family. There are other stressors in my life though. I have low self-esteem. I stress about money. I stress about my extended family's health. I stress about my job. But I try not to let any of this affect my family life, at least with my son. My wife is fully aware of the stress I feel though. I have expressed I am stressed enough times, and I accept most of it cannot be changed at this time. COVID. My wife and I are open with each other on everything, at least I thought, and we both have our faces registered for unlocking on each other's phones, Face ID. I had full trust in her and never once doubted anything she was doing on her phone, no matter the hour or even lack of response while she was on social media. I let her have it because I fully trusted her. Cut to last week, and I was just bringing her phone to her from another room. The phone was lying down flat, and I turned the screen to face me like I generally do, expecting to see her home screen pic of our son. Instead, it opened to her photo gallery, and I found some barely clothed pics, and one incriminating one of her lying down and slightly pulling her underwear. I didn't want to believe what I was seeing and handed her the phone, but it was killing me, and I had to confront her, to ask what those pics were. This is where the lies start. Her first response was to just say, I want to feel good about myself before I get the bump from pregnancy. I called BS on that and said, you don't take pics in those poses for that. She confessed that she was sending them to someone, but that's all it led to. I didn't want to know who or how it happened. I was coming to just process everything. I chose to ignore it for that day, mostly because I was in shock and also had to take care of our toddler. I was distant the whole day, not wanting to be with her. I wanted space. I browsed Reddit, Quora, any forum for info or advice that night. I had no one to talk to and nowhere to go in lockdown. I barely slept, and the next day I demanded to know who it was. Turns out it was a guy from work, and they had been using their work team's chat to communicate. I asked her how far it went, and she said just the pictures, nothing more. I suspected more BS, and then asked to see the chats on Teams and on Instagram. She was hesitant. She didn't want to show me in fear of not wanting to hurt me. Yeah, I know, should have called it. I was getting more upset, but wanted to give her the benefit of doubt. But I told her I cannot continue until I see the messages. She gave more excuses of not wanting to hurt me, but I was beginning to see a pattern. The next day was a work day, and because we share an office in our house, I could see a few times she was furiously typing away on a Teams chat. No guesses who it was. I confronted her after work, and she still did not want to show the messages. I gave up. I told her I need to see this. Otherwise, we are separating. She came to me the following day and confessed that she lied. They did meet, twice, and the last time was a week earlier when all they did was kiss. I got incensed. How could she? I knew they didn't just kiss. And compounded with all the trickle truths, it was even crazier to think I'd believe that. I demanded then and there, show me the chats. I knew she had deleted the messages on Instagram, and the slimy affair partner was trying to purge his chat messages. The sheer volume of messages was telling. I was reading messages for a whole 2 hours, going back 3 months. It started off flirty, then crossed a line, becoming sexually charged, even expressing how they would fuck each other. She was pining for him on the chats. And what was the worst was that they both stated what they were doing was wrong, but continued with it. Now, we're in lockdown here, so can't really go out except for groceries, etc. Yet these two decided their escapade was worthy enough to forego the lockdown and our marriage. We've been fighting every day since. I don't think she's remorseful, even though she says she is. She's becoming headstrong, suggesting that she also has her feelings and that she doesn't have to live like this. She blames the affair on me not being intimate with her, not giving her the attention she needs. I tell her she has broken me and thrown away our marriage, but she wants me to just get through it so we can mend the relationship. Writing this down, it feels like I am being a chump and taking all this. Maybe I'm just weak, but I am scared of how our children will be. I love them so much. We have marriage counseling in 2 days. I am bracing myself for the criticism from her. And if she uses that as an excuse for what she did, I need some guidance on what to do. Should we separate? I am afraid I am not that financially stable to endure it, and we have a baby going to be born soon. How can I build trust when she's gaslighting? Sorry if this is long, I have no other outlet for my grief. TLDR, wife of 3 years, have a 2-year-old son, and a baby due in 8 months. She cheated with a coworker, first virtual sexting, then met up twice. Confronted her and she gave trickle truths, has deleted some chat messages, and tries to gaslight. She's pregnant with our baby, and we have the toddler right now. Do I push through and try build a new marriage with her, or start looking at separation? The kids in pregnancy are a huge complication right now, and no, cannot really afford divorce.
My husband is cheating on me with my best friend. I'm honestly not sure where to start, so I guess I'll just start. My husband and I have been dating since I was 19 and he was 22. We've been married for 6 years now. We have 2 kids, and I'm 6 months pregnant with our third. 2 years ago, I found out my dad has stage 3 colon cancer. My dad is my only parent, as my mom passed away when I was 12. He's my favorite human, and life without him doesn't seem as colorful. His laugh is contagious, and he gives these big bear hugs that seem to make all of your broken pieces feel like they're perfectly in place again. Whenever I've had a hard day, he doesn't poke and prod and just lets me vent and listens. About 5 months ago, we discovered the treatments aren't working for him, and in direct quote of the doctor, he said, "Months, not years." Since then, he's gotten progressively worse, and now is losing memory. He looked at the dog he got for me on my 21st birthday and said, "Wow, that's a nice dog. Where'd you get it?" My husband has been my absolute rock. He has been there for me, holding my hand and helping me through this. He's been so loving and attentive to both my kids and I. Don't get me wrong, I am a mother first, always. I don't allow myself to wallow. My kids are still loved, cared for, played with, and I haven't let my load slack around the house. Once my dad got his updated prognosis, my husband encouraged me to quit my job. About a month later, we discovered we were pregnant again, and I still hadn't let go of my job. I kept holding out for some reason. After finding out I was pregnant again, he assured me it was still okay to quit my job. That honestly, it would save us a small fortune on daycare costs anyways. So I did. I quit my job. My best friend and I have been friends since diapers. Her family is like my family and vice versa. My mom and her mom grew up together. We've always been solid, and right after my dad's appointment, when we found out he had so little time left, I drove straight to her house, and she held me while I cried for hours. If there are soulmates in friend form, she was mine. Thick as thieves is what my mom used to say. This morning, as I was up with my 3-year-old, he's sick, my husband's work alarm was going off. He has a few he sets. So I turned that one off and gently woke him up. He said he was up late working, so he took the morning off, rolled over and went back to sleep. As I went to turn off the remainder of his alarms, I saw a text from my friend on his lock screen that said, "I'm assuming since there hasn't been an angry pregnant lady on my doorstep, you haven't told her about us yet." Time froze in that moment. I took his phone and walked away and just read their conversations. 4 months this man has been fucking my best friend. 4 months these people have been lying to my face. And I know what you're gonna say. You should have seen the warning signs. But I've been clutching this phone in my hand for 2 hours and nothing. He's been so loving and attentive to me, but he always has been. So kind and gentle. There's been no late night work nights except for once in a blue moon. There's been no lingering touches between them or even glances. They act as they have since the day I first introduced them. How sick is it that she calls him her brother, but she screws him? I know so many people get a moment of clarity in situations like this, but I have none. Aside from being sad about my dad, I haven't changed. I'm still a loving wife and mother. I still doted on him and my children. I talk to him about how he's doing and how is his day every freaking day. I haven't allowed the ground to swallow me whole. I know what I have to do now, but I just don't want to. I'm about to lose my family and my support system in one blow. I'll confront him tomorrow. Today I just need this last 24 hours of peace. As for her, I won't give her the satisfaction of a response. I don't care why she did it. She did it and it's done. I was always the friend who cleaned up her messes. After today, I will cut her out of my life like she never mattered at all. This has to be the hardest storm I'll ever weather, but damn it, I know it'll sail through it. If not for me, for my children.